Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and welcome to the last versus battle of Wave 4, at least until we get into the Power Ranger section, right? But today we have Deathwing versus Thor. Let's begin. So, Deathwing, or Nathalion the Earth Wanderer, was a good person. He was. Until he was corrupted by the Elder Gods. And funny how they corrupted him, and all of a sudden he became stronger than them. It's crazy. Just a crazy World of Warcraft that we live in, right? But let's get into the scaling. Let's get into the feats here. Nathalion has surpassed the Elder Gods. This comes from him not only battling every force on the planet and defeating them, but defeating the main, or at least defeating, your character who had just defeated the Elder Gods. Yeah, that's insane, right? Nathalion is packing in both strength and in speed as well. Speed, he should have infinite to immeasurable levels of speed here. This comes from the Void Gods, or the Void Lords, who are able to create an infinite void, or at least an infinite, space in the void. And Nathalion is casually able to go through this like it's nothing. In terms of durability, he's highly durable, even resistant to magical attacks, as Alexstrasza used everything she had to try and kill Deathwing. Kill him. And it still didn't work here. Deathwing also possesses an amazing amount of hexes. He has fire magic. He has, telepathy, telekinesis, illusion creation. He even has, time manipulation. He's able to freeze and stop time. He's able to teleport. He's able to burn people to a crisp, even burning elementals. And he's even able to connect himself to an elemental plane, which are universes, by the way, and capable of using that magma from that universe to attack opponents. So with all these stats and all these abilities, Deathwing should easily be able and should easily be a multiversal entity. If you guys want, multiversal to outerversal, as he's scaling above the Elder Gods, who created the World of Warcraft multiverse. So again, it's very consistent, and he's an aspect dragon, which are known to be the strongest beings in the World of Warcraft, multiverse as well. This even includes him being able to destroy and defeat beings such as Illidan and the Lich King, so on and so forth. So Deathwing's easily a multiversal to outerversal, at least baseline outerversal entity, both in his human form and dragon form. But let's go to Thor, God of Thunder, easily about to be one of the, I would have to say that Thor is definitely easily multiversal to baseline outerversal. And this is base Thor we're talking about for right now. Thor easily is able to destroy and even crack celestial armor. He's been able to contend and even match and overpower beings like, sorry about that, Hulk, Hercules, and Silver Surfer. Even being able to, defeat beings like the Sentry, who again are capable of, tearing apart Celestials, and is capable of fighting against Galactus. And this has been consistent with his strength as well, with things like his strength and speed, being able to transcend the limits of space and time. Thor also possesses incredible durability. He's durable against all forms of damage, including magic, and actually has a decent healing factor, but not enough to regenerate limbs. So, kind of semi-decent, but not in the same category as, characters like Hulk and Wolverine. So, yeah. Thor possesses Mjolnir, and Mjolnir is a magical weapon forged in Uru and contains an All-Storm, or at least a Mother Storm, which was pretty much strong enough to force Odin that he had to trap it and couldn't beat it. This storm has been able to push back the Phoenix Force. He's been able to use its lightning on multiple occasions to even rip through and injure the likes of the Chaos King. He's been able to harm characters like the Hulk, even knocked out Hulk with the lightning strike, even being able to knock out characters like Black Bolt, and has even been able to tank attacks from Zeus as well. Mjolnir is also incredibly fast, capable of moving faster than Thor, who is faster than light to immeasurable speeds here, and would definitely be considered in the same category as Silver Surfer, if not slower than Silver Surfer, Sentry, and Gladiator. So he still has immeasurable speed. He's just slower than those three I just named. Okay, So Thor also possesses other hexes. He has the Anti-Force, which is able to annihilate opponents. He's able to absorb energy, even being able to take away someone's durability
which is absolutely ridiculous. So it's insane. He's able to take away someone's durability. He's able to magnetize his opponents here. He's able to do a lot of stuff. Open portals, and he's a absolute monster on the battlefield here. So without further ado, let's really get into this. Now, this is base Thor, right? Pre-current Thor, right? Pre's Cosmic King versus Deathwing. All right. Now, we're going to skip the human form, as I think in his human form, Nathalion pretty much stalemates Thor. It's kind of like Thor fighting a fiery version of himself in a way. But let's go into his dragon form, right? His dragon form is easily... I'll have to say his dragon form does make him stronger and definitely at least tougher than Thor. He also has a much better durability rate, or at least a healing factor rate, than the likes of Thor here. Nathalion has been able to actually regenerate limbs and regenerate his parts being ripped to shreds by Alexstrasza's magic. This even included him missing an arm, and he was able to regenerate it back. Yes, it took longer, but he still got his limb back, okay? He still got it back. Now, as for Thor here, I do think Thor definitely takes the speed and somewhat of a Hax's edge as well. I do think in Hax's, these guys are equal, but I think Thor's more energy absorption and energy manipulation also gives him an edge here. Plus, the characters he scales to in speed are much faster than the characters in World of Warcraft. Yes, they're able to cross infinite voids consistently, and Deathwing should be faster than some of them, but consistently, Thor is moving in speeds that kind of just dwarf, you know, the World of Warcraft verse in general. So, again, I would have to say Thor definitely takes the edge here. However, I do think Deathwing is going to take it eventually. I do think it's a mid-div fight at the most, especially if they keep it physical, like nothing but Haxes. But if Haxes come into play, I do think Deathwing is going to use his, as he's a much better and much more strategic fighter than Thor. And that's pretty important as well. He's much more strategic. He's much more... What's the word I'm looking for? He's much more calculating than Thor is. And I think that it's really going to give him an edge here. For example, the smartest fighters are capable of doing the most damage. Okay? The smartest fighters are capable of knowing where to place their blows, where to hit, where to... You know, where to get the stuff... They get stuff done. That's basically what I'm saying here. They're able to get stuff done in a quick and fast motion. He just has much more battle experience than Thor and a much higher battle IQ than Thor. But anyway, this means he takes it mid-difficulty. However, what about Cosmic King Thor? What does this Thor bring to the table? Well, you guys might be in for a shocker. And let's talk about it here. Now, Cosmic King Thor is the combination of Thor with a portion of the Odin Force, or at least, well, now he has the full thing of it, but I'll get into that a bit later. With a portion of the Odin Force and the power Cosmic, plus his own strength on top of it. This Thor is an absolute monster. He was able to literally pimp slap better, a character able to damage Silver Surfer and give Gladiator a run for his money. Again, this is better a build. He's a Herald level character. Now, he was also able to combat and even overpower the Black Winter, who created his strongest members of his Rogues Gallery. This included Apocalypse, Doctor Doom, Juggernaut, Gore, Zertur, Loki, and etc. Every character that Thor has fought against and has struggled against, even characters that his father has struggled against, he was able to pretty much defeat. And they were all amplified by the Black Winter, as they were pretty much the Black Winter's versions of them. Much stronger, much more darker versions of them. Okay? And then this Thor goes on to destroy Galactus. Not only that, he absorbs the entirety of the power cosmic that's within Galactus, plus the energies he got from the planets, from the special planets that had a higher energy level than regular ones. And then Thor straight up just yeets all that energy and then just takes it for himself. But this isn't all that Thor has. This Thor has come such a long way. He's just so much more powerful then it really doesn't make sense why he had to fight Starship Hulk at all. Because I mean, that was just, I feel like that was his own, low showing in a way. If you guys get what I mean. I mean, it just didn't make sense for him to fight a character like Cosmic King, yeah, like the Starship Hulk. Sorry, but with all that being said here, I don't think Deathwing stands a chance at all against this version of Thor. I do think he can stave him off, maybe for a little while, but I think Thor is going to demolish him. Let's talk about the reasons why. This Thor is much stronger, is much more powerful than This Thor also has much higher scaling when it comes to the Skyfather levels or the Skyfather tiers of power, right? This Thor surpasses Odin, surpasses Zeus, and would definitely surpass a lot of the other pantheons in both Marvel Comics. Okay, it's to the point where he's even able to literally channel the power of the Phoenix. Oh yeah, you guys didn't know that, right? Thor actually has a portion of the Phoenix's power, the true Phoenix's power, the first Phoenix's power. BC Phoenix is his blessing mother. So he has a portion of that power within him. So this means Thor is not only capable of using the powers of the Phoenix, but he's also capable of channeling those powers, even using the powers of Gaia, and able to manipulate the environment or any Earth-based environment around him. This means that Thor can manipulate any planet he wants. Let's also not forget he has the full totality, the full experience, right, of the Odin Force. He can even manipulate the rainbow bridge, the Bifrost. The dude can literally wrap you up in rainbows. Like, this dude, he has the full totality of the Odin Force behind him. Let me calm down. He has the full totality, the full capability of the Odin Force behind him. And he's capable of using everything. From Odin's power, to Gaia's power, to the Phoenix's power. All of it is at his disposal. He can use all of it. And he was able to defeat the Mother Storm, which was stronger than his father. And the Mother Storm was also amped by the spirit of Mangog. So imagine that. Two threats that Odin couldn't beat and had to pretty much seal away, right? And yet here's Thor defeating them and just straight up annihilating them. Let's not forget the fact that he was able to also fight against Null, who pushed Silver Surfer to a BFR move and pushed him to go Silver Surfer Black. Okay? So at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but Thor definitely takes this at least 9 times out of 10, unless Deathwing can get a hold of something like the Eternal Flame, or he can absorb Zerta's Realm or something, something that could give him an amp. But again, at the end of the day, Thor takes this while Deathwing takes the base level fight. So please comment down below, like and subscribe and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.